I'd never heard of the Vineyard movement before, but I decided to go to a conference because I just wanted to find out what it was all about. The very first talk that I heard at that conference changed my life. There was a man, and he was lovingly explaining the theology of the kingdom, the now and the not yet, the tension of both. I remember weeping because for the first time I had a language to describe what I knew to be true in my heart about the Christian faith, but no one had given me the words for. I came home that night. It was in the Vineyard that I became ordained as a female pastor. It was in the Vineyard that I became a church planter. And it was in the Vineyard that I found my calling and purpose as a woman of God.
So I tell people that go into an Asian Ethnic church, when you walk through the front doors, it can feel like you're walking into a warp zone. Suddenly there's the cultural barriers that you have to cross through. There's the language barriers. And so as a young person, I found that it was disillusioning for me to try to navigate all of those complexities. And so when I went to college in Ithaca, New York, there was a Vineyard church that was starting. And I went to that church and I walked through the front doors and I walked into a different warp zone. And I encountered God's presence in a very real and tangible way.
One night as I was coming home from one of the original pastors' conferences, and I, for the first time in my life, saw a vision. I saw a picture of Long Island, which is where I grew up in New York, but I knew I was supposed to plant a church.
I am so proud to be a part of this Vineyard movement. It was the theology that really called me into this home of mine, and I'm so thankful to be a part of it.
The thing that wins people over is not necessarily seeing the miracles, but when they experience the actual love of God, that's what wins them over.
What ECV taught me, and I now know as a Vineyard principle, is that we can tap into God and ask Him questions, and He can speak to us.
Esto es lo que me encanta acerca de la viña. La viña es un lugar donde somos valorados, donde somos amados, donde somos incluidos. La viña es nuestra familia.
My name is Melanie Forsyth Lee.
I am Dennis Liu.
Yo soy Carmen Suárez.
We're Lance and Cheryl Pitluck, and we are Vineyard.
And we are Vineyard.
And we are Vineyard.
Somos viña.
I'm Daniqua Washington, and we are Vineyard.